Hey everybody, so I want to go over a topic that I think is going to benefit a lot of you, especially if you're a beginner, and this is in regards to controlled power cuts. I get a lot of comments on the channel saying I make my carvings look really easy, and also I get a lot of people saying you should never have the blade coming towards yourself. Yes, in both regards, but there's context that needs to be added to it. In regards to I make the carvings look easy, there is a lot to say about the sharpness of your blade and the softness of the wood, but you have to consider your own hand strength and also controlled, confident cuts. Starting off, most people, when you think about a power cut, people are just taking your blade and like pushing with their main hand. Notice that when I'm doing this, I have no regard for anything over here. I can injure someone else or even myself, but that's not what I do on the channel at all. So this hand is control. It's not power. My main hand is not for power, but for control. All the power is actually in my left hand. So I'm taking the blade and I'm pushing it with my thumb. Notice this is as far as I can actually go. Everything over here is safe. So this is a very powerful, controlled cut. Now I take off a lot of woods at a time, so if you feel like you can't do that, just take off smaller pieces. I mean, it's pretty easy, and especially if your blade is nice and sharp, we can just remove wood really fast. Another one is the paring cut. Now I see a lot of people say, oh, you should never have the blade come towards yourself, and this is true, but notice what I'm doing here. Notice how far the blade is coming. Is the blade coming all the way towards me? No, this is literally as far as it's going to go. Now, children and inexperienced people will take the blade and pull it towards themselves. This causes the blade to fly towards them. But here, all I'm doing is squeezing my hand. So the blade is not going to go any further than this. My body is safe, and my thumb is positioned carefully out of the way because of good habits I'm building while I'm doing this. Now, there's another version that people have seen me do in like my Fox tutorial video. And that's a different version of the paring cut. And it combines the first two cuts together. So I'm taking this blade right here, like if I want to come right here, it's going to be really hard for me to do like a paring cut because I have no real brace for it. I have to do it all the way here and my hand's stretched. So what I do instead is just like how I did the first cut with the push cut, instead of taking the blade and pushing it away like this, I'm actually pulling it towards myself. Noted, I'm not going to be pulling it all the way towards here. There's a noticeable stop right here. And you can see that in like my Fox tutorial video. So I'm taking the blade and I'm literally just pulling the blade towards myself and I'm squeezing this hand shut. I'm doing one of these numbers. So there comes a point too where you kind of lose power with how much you can actually squeeze this way. So if you learn how to do this cut a little bit better, and especially if you have like a stop right here, this would be beneficial to a stop cut. You can see that I'm just pulling the blade towards myself, but not in an uncontrolled manner. So this is more of an advanced cut, but you know what? It works really well. I hope that clarifies a lot of stuff for you guys. It's hard to get your hand in the right position, especially if you're new and you haven't built the confidence in making specific cuts and knowing what's going to happen with the wood. I'm just carving here for fun right now. Just practice cutting. Like sometimes I'll just sit here and I'll just whittle at the wood just to see what the wood does and like how the blade reacts to the wood. Keep some practice, and if you're just starting and you want to learn more cuts, check out my 8 basic cuts video. It will get you started in the right direction. Also, check out my beginner's guide to whittling if you want to learn more and haven't started and you're just trying to see what it's like. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have yourself a great day.